I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not, cause I stepped in my zone when I pulled into the I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like
I was prime.
I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
Right, that's Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left of the 5-down line, stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play!
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. Come the Clippers. On the low block, kick out, downtown, Yahtzee! By Landry, 0-0, 0-on-0. Caruso from downtown, knocks down a triple.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
Sports give kids so much more than wins and losses. They build confidence, teamwork, leadership, resilience, lessons that prepare them for success in school, in careers, and in life. None of that matters if kids aren't safe. A concussion, an injury, or unsafe conditions can end a child's sports journey too soon. Safe Sports Network is there, on the sidelines, in schools, and in our community, preventing injuries, responding to emergencies, and guiding kids safely back to the games they love. With every donation, you're not just funding a program, you're protecting kids' futures. You're investing in safer fields, gyms, and rinks. Please join us. Support Safe Sports Network, because every child deserves to play safe.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mata Field here at Stello Stadium in the gate city of Nashua, New Hampshire. You are watching the highlight guy, Jason Roby, calling all the action for you. Steve Cody is the man on the moving pictures. We're going to be joined here in just a couple of minutes by Ron Ducky Welliver. Want to welcome him up to the booth. It's going to be the Northeast Junior High Football League action. It is game number 2 of 6 here from Stello's Stadium. We saw the JV2s play earlier. It was a Bedford 14-0 victory over the Cougars in a back-and-forth defensive battle. Good game played by both of those teams. You're about to see the youth varsity level coming up. We're talking about 3rd and 4th graders. It'll be the Plymouth Huskies coming down from up north to take on this Cougar team. And anybody that knows anything about football in the state of New Hampshire knows that Plymouth is a hotbed for football activity. The legendary Chuck Lenahan leading that Plymouth team to many championships at the Division III level. Coach Sanborn has now taken over the reins there, and they have enjoyed year after year of success. We've called several of their championship games up here in the booth at the Highlight Guy, and we'll get to see the younger levels play here this morning. You'll see them in their Husky helmets, but they're the Plymouth High School design. It's the Bobcats at the high school level. We used to always marvel when I played back in the high school level. Their girdle shells had buttons, and their shirts snapped into their girdles. These guys were well ahead of their time up there in the land of Lenahan, they call it. They come down to the Gate City and play this Nashua Cougar team. Want to bring in my color commentary guy who's going to call some of the action for you here today, Ron Ducky Welliver, no stranger to youth football himself, also my head freshman coach for many years at Nashua North High School. Ducky, welcome back into the booth. It's been a couple of years since you and I have worked together, and certainly many more since we coached together, but want to thank you for joining us up here in the booth at Stellos. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Jason, for bringing me back in, and thanks, Steve, for having me today. And I brought my big jug of water because what I'm hearing, Jason,
that.
Your voice is almost gone by game 5.
Well,
so
I gotta thank you for the coffee, Doc. That's I got my bottle of water here, but anytime I can get some hot coffee into me, it's good stuff. And Yeah, you know, you will find out quickly. You got to pick and choose your spots, especially when you're working alone. But it's always great. I've had Travis, the 7th and 8th grade coach up here. Coach Ryan Ray joined me up in the booth. Chad Zabolis has joined me up here in the booth. And
Ryan Ray from Central High School.
Yeah, Manchester Central. That's right. His son plays for the Dairy team that we saw here a couple of weeks ago.
I remember Ryan Ray, Jason, not to reminisce a little bit. But
yeah.
Every game we'd play them, he'd come out, he'd stand next to you, he'd banter. And as soon as the game's about to start, he'd look Jack, he's going to kick your butt.
Yeah,
and
he
then,
was, yeah.
Most of the time he did, too.
You get what you see. You see what it is what it is. And we see both of the teams out there now for the coin toss. You can see the Cougars in their black uniforms with Columbia numbers, and the Plymouth Huskies in their white jerseys with the red, white, and blue look here, a la the kind of like the New England Patriots. But both of these teams kind of use the color schemes for the most part of the teams that they'll be playing for at the high school level. This Plymouth Husky team coming down, they have won the toss. They will defer. And so it appears that the Cougars will probably take the football here. You have to believe that they'll take the football anyway. And, of course, at this level, Ducky, no kicking off in this level. They get the ball, and they will have to flip themselves around. There we go. They just plant the ball, and they play. There's no punting, and there's no kicking off here.
Well, what I like is the kids are so small out there. I mean, I'm used to seeing it. It's a 100-yard field.
Yeah.
It's like having a 200-yard field for the older
That's accurate.
kids.
That's accurate.
And we're going to see a lot of good action from these young men.
Yeah, it's exciting. And you know, Ducky, we talked about these teams are, you know, there are a lot of things you could be doing on a Sunday morning, certainly at the beginning of November here. These kids are out here playing football. They're getting after it on a Sunday morning at Stellos, and even though the sun is shining out there, it's cool down there, and these kids practice in the dark, and you know, they bring in the portable lights and the whole operation at Nashua North. So kudos to these kids and their families for getting them out here on a Sunday morning.
And that's why they time it, I think, because now it would be really dark when they practice at 6 o'clock
that's
because
right.
of the time span.
Yep, it's a great organization here in the Nashua Cougars. We'll tell you a little bit about them. They're a nonprofit organization created to give every child the opportunity to reach their greatest potential in youth football before they head to the high school. They work with the Nashua High School North coaches to ensure their athletes are ready to compete at the high school level by the time they arrive, giving them the greatest opportunity to continue to excel beyond high school. To learn more, go to the website at NashuaCougars.net. That's NashuaCougars.net. And stay up to date with all of the Highlight Guys' upcoming live streams. Subscribe to the Highlight Guys Sports Network and our YouTube channel today, and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to thehighlightguy.com, choose the live stream page, and click the buy button. For YouTube, search The Highlight Guy and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance. All right, so as mentioned, the Cougars will set up shop at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, and you'll probably see the box loaded here, Ducky. There'll be about 8 or 9 guys up in the box. A lot of heavy run formations will be employed by both of these teams. You'll see the coaches are allowed out on the field and into the huddle. Cougars will break the huddle. They'll come out under center and shoe-to-shoe split, reminiscent of our days back in the tight T formation, full house backfield, the wishbone. Handoff, and the ball is going to be bobbled around, and good penetration by the Huskies on that first down play. They'll go backwards on first down.
Nice play by number 3, James Lucas, coming in from the outside there. I'm not sure they were sure the quarterback count because the defense was actually moving before the offense there.
Yeah. So, and at this level, you know, they're learning the basics of the game, learning how to get in a stance, you know, what's my alignment, what's my assignment, and just having fun is kind of the name of the game. But if this Plymouth youth team is anything like the high school, they've got their ears pinned back early. All right, 2nd down, a loss of, we'll call it 3 on the play, 2nd and 13. Under center, quick handoff, trap up the middle, and just follows that sea of humanity. Good blocking at the point of attack. Pickup of, looked to be about 4 or 5 yards there, Duck.
Looks like a quick handoff right up the middle. I can't see the number.
Looks like number 15 maybe. We'll take a peek. 1-5 or 5. I think it's 15 on the
Robert Orion.
So
Orion Roberts, I'm sorry.
There you go.
He's one of those guys that has a last name first.
So good pickup That's going to set up a 3rd down and 9, and we talked about it in the first game, Ducky. A lot of times when you play behind the sticks on 1st down, even when you get a nice gain on 2nd down, you're still 3rd and long. So the objective here at this level, get some positive yardage on 1st down.
What I liked best about the way he handled the ball, I went up the middle, both hands on the ball, obviously well coached in that area. And looks like a sweep right to the left.
Play was blown up in the backfield by number 81 for Plymouth. And it was a good play. He got penetration off of that B gap. And I don't know that we have an 81. And so the unknown man.
He takes over. We'll get this right by the end of the first quarter.
Well, again, all the coaches, and you know, the one thing is you get different rosters from both teams in different fonts. The Plymouth one, I need a microscope to kind of see.
I do have some binoculars,
numbers.
Jason, to read this if you need me.
But appreciate them bringing that up to us. And again, it's youth football at its finest, and these kids are out here, and all of these adults are volunteers. So they come out here and they give their time to these programs. They do a nice job. All right. The Huskies will break the huddle. They'll go with a wing off the right side, 2 backs in the backfield. And this is the actual offense that Plymouth High School still runs. Handoff, power, off to the right side. Off to the races is number 81. We talked about him. That ball is on the carpet, but the ground cannot cause a fumble. It was 81 on the carry, Ducky. And, again, we'll look for 81. We have an 82, and we have a and a 41.
We'll call him unknown until we can find out who this fine player is.
Well, he had a nice job running off tackle there at the point of attack, and good blocking by this Plymouth team. Is again,
wing tee looked familiar, Jason, almost
does.
like the Pinkerton wing tee that we've seen
we've
had
seen
trouble with over the years.
The wing off to the left side now, tight ends, 2 backs in the backfield, quarterback calling the signals from under center, and may have gone a little bit early. It looks like the last name is on the back of the jersey for everybody else. The quarterback, Ducky, number 3 is James Lucas. Now, if all the players have the names on the back of the shirt, with the exception of guess who? 81. So maybe a late addition to the deal here.
Well, the double last names here. I think it's Lucas James.
James,
not
okay.
James Luke.
Okay.
But I'm sure he won't hold us against this.
Well, if anybody's watching here on the Highlight Guy, shoot us a quick message on thehighlightguy.com and at the Steve at thehighlightguy.com to let us know who 81 is. All right, a handoff, and there it goes to 81. Good penetration by the defense. This time they have him bottled up in the backfield, and a nice job at the point of attack defensively there by big number 95 for the Cougars.
Logan Roy made that play.
I think it was
number 52.
95, too, also in there, Nikolai Rodriguez-Perez. So good job of penetration. And if that name is familiar, Roig, we know the Roigs.
Jonathan Roig from Nashua North. All-state guard, I believe, for
guard
you.
And tackle, defensive tackle for us back in the early days of Nashua North football. All right, tight end wing to the right, 2 backs employed in the backfield, and it's going to be a total sweep by the quarterback, and he's just going to get stacked up. Look like big number 63 leading the charge there for the Cougars.
It was Brower Jacob. I'm sorry, they're the other way around. Jacob Brower.
All right.
Well, Nashua's roster has the first names first, and
go.
Plymouth has the last names first.
Yeah,
so bear with us, Steve, the highlight guy, and whoever's watching. We'll get it down by the end of the first quarter.
One of those things where if everybody had uniform rosters, maybe that's the first thing. Northeast Junior High football, let's get some uniform rosters out there. All right, wing to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, quarterback under center. Ready to start the play here on a big 4th down play. They try going off to the side, and they do. 81. He's going to have the yards to gain and then some. Second, third effort there. Finally dragged down by, looked like Roig on the play, but not before a Plymouth Husky first down. Just a good play off tackle there, Duck.
Yeah, but looks like number 81 will be their go-to guy. He's already made some good plays on defense. He runs hard, and he got through past those linebackers, and luckily Roig followed the play. And nice play by Logan Roig to save a touchdown.
Yeah, I want to talk to you all about Bouvier Prepare. We'll do so right after this play. 1st and 10 for the Huskies from the Nashua 42-yard line. Back to that tight end wing to the right. We'll see what they call. This time a little counter action to number 12, and that's going to find the seam off to the left side. Pulled down by number 4, but a nice gain.
Pedley. Archer Pedley on that one.
Yeah, Pedley went to the left side on a little wing-back counter and was pulled down by number 4 for the Cougars. I think that was Taden Bong. We've said his name quite a few times in games past, but good gain on first down. And again, Ducky, we talk about playing in front of the sticks on first down. A nice gain of about 6 there on first down.
Now they're sitting nice with 2nd and 4, and they got the wind at their back, but I'm not sure they throw at this level much.
Not a whole lot.
But if they keep that running game going, they're going to open up that little pass game off to the right.
Wing to the right side, a little power off the left side. 81 keeping his feet going, but this time it gets bottled up in the backfield, and he broke the first tackle. 52 Roig was there to kind of get him down on the second one.
And then Levi Aviles, I think it is.
So a nice job by the defense getting good penetration. You can see the coaches there coaching them up. And a nice job at this level to really teach the kids how to line up, where to stand, and what their assignments are. You won't get a lot of formation variation, but you're going to see a power eye formation here on this one. Double tight power eye behind the quarterback. Little double ISO, and again, number 52 is there. He's having himself a career day for the Cougars. Right
Logan
off the
Roig
get-go.
again.
Yeah, Roig is just having himself a day. So a nice job. That's going to set up a 4th down and 3. So the play of the game coming up here in the early going. 8:15 to go. You're watching live on the highlight guy. Jason Roby calling all the action for you. Ron Ducky Welliver is on the color commentary. And as always, Steve Cody, the highlight guy, is on the moving pictures. Power eye set to the left. And it'll be a handoff, another double isolation play. We call it double ISO. They try to send 2 lead blockers up the gut for that linebacker. They get to him, and it'll be a 1st down for Plymouth. Just good power football there, Ducky.
Right up the middle, 2 blockers going right at the linebacker. Probably going at Mr. Roy because I think they're realizing now they have to block him in order to get down the field.
Yeah, good call there. 1st and 10 for the Huskies from their Cougar 30-yard line. They'll go back to that wing look off the left side. Double tight end, 2 backs in the backfield. Little dive play that tries to bounce, and it does. That's number 2. His feet are still going. Nice stiff arm action. He gets to the second level. 1 man to beat, and going to get pulled down at the 1-yard line. But a nice run by number 2 there, Duck.
Now, Mason Pruill on the carry made a nice cut to the outside, was caught. Nice hustling play on defense by, who was that? Can't quite see the number. Number
12.
Number 12 for Nashua. That'll be Austin Lehman. And now it's 1st and goal from the 1-foot line. Looks like about a yard out for Plymouth.
So Plymouth will huddle back up, and you know what you're going to get from this Plymouth team. They're going to go shoe to shoe, double tight end, come right at you, and force you to plug up those gaps. They'll come with a tight end and wing off to the right, tight end on the backside as well. 2 backs in the backfield. And we're going to get the whistle will blow. They're kind of talking about mouthpiece. So you want to make sure the kids are properly equipped and they get that taken care of, all settled. So they'll wind the clock. 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff, dive, into the end zone goes number 2. Is Prue, we said?
Yeah, Mason Archer, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mason Pruill.
Yeah, Mason Prue, and he'll power in from the right side, and quickly it is 6-0 in favor of the Huskies.
Just a straight dive right off to the right guard, and all they needed was a yard.
So they'll continue to run the clock here at the youth level. 2-point conversion coming up. And there are some different levels you'll see here later on today, Duck. If teams choose to kick it, you can't rush the kicker. You just put your hands up. But for the most part, these levels, they go for the 2-point conversion. Still from the 3-yard line. As we said, there's no punting and there's no kicking off. All right, they will break the huddle, and the numbers also don't matter here. You can have eligible numbers in the 50s off. You see 59 at the right tight end and so forth. Wing is to the left. Here comes that wing back counter, and it's going to get stuffed in the hole by number 28, Duck. It looked like Bong again, leading the charge there on that little wing counter, getting high fives from the coaching staff.
Nice play by Taden Bong to stop that 2-point conversion and keep Nashua in the game. 5 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Plymouth.
Hey, EarthTech Systems, they're a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers save significantly on energy costs. Whether you're considering a new heat pump system or need repairs, their skilled team is ready to handle even the most complex projects. Learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. All right, the Cougars break the huddle. They'll come out for their second possession here in the opening quarter. They're down 6-0.
I noticed when they go 4th down and don't make it, they actually start like a then a punt on the other 40.
That's correct. Yep, absolutely correct. A little trap handoff there, a little dive, and this time Plymouth has it snuffed out. Number 2 was there on the stop. On 15 was your ball carrier.
Mason Pruill, again, heard that name a lot.
And again, it was 15 on the carry for the Cougars.
Dimitri Pantelakis.
There you go. So Pantelakis picks up maybe a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 from the 36. Cougars huddling up. They'll break that huddle and hustle up to the line of scrimmage. And get a double tight end formation. Oh, look at this. This is a little single wing action here, Ducky.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Single wing, the quarterback's going to run the ball. And Mr. X, 81, makes the play.
Yeah, just that play was doomed from the get-go. As that time number 12 for the Cougars carried the ball. And
Austin Lehman.
Lehman was laid down on that one as the unknown player, 81, kind of knifed through the seams and brought him down in the backfield. And the Cougars again playing behind the sticks, 3rd down and 13.
No, Austin Lehman is the 12th player on the list. It was Anthony McCarthy on that carry, Jason.
So McCarthy on the carry. Now they'll go back under center in their wishbone formation, double tight end, shoe to shoe. Quarterback back to pass and finds the sledding tough, reverses direction, going to get whipped down. Leading the charge there was number 3, James, I believe.
Yep, Lucas James on another nice play.
So
he's also their quarterback.
McCarthy cocked that right arm back. Looked like he was trying to throw to somebody. Quickly brought it back in. So clearly some good coverage. We're going to get a stoppage here with 3:40 to go in the first quarter. And they're going to do the turnover on downs. So there you go, Ron. That on the 4th down, they will concede that and play it like a punt. And it'll be Plymouth ball, 1st and 10. And they will set up shop inside their own territory. We'll call it the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Huskies.
Not many backups on the Plymouth side. They have, 6 or 7 kids, where Nashua has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids for the backup. But that's pretty good numbers, 17 and 16 for each team.
Yep.
And I'm sure Chad Zabolis likes to see a lot of numbers coming up in this Cougar system.
That 7th and 8th grade team, they have 2 JV teams and a varsity team that you'll see later on tonight. That it quite frankly is one of the better operations that I've seen in many, many years. But that's the icing on the cake later today. Plymouth will come out in the double tight end wing set. Little dive handoff and stacked up immediately again. Roig, Johnny on the spot there. So they're trying Roig's side quite a bit, Ducky, and they're finding the sledding tough.
We should interview Mr. Roig at halftime, and maybe he can tell us who number 81 is, because they're going to meet. They've already met about 5 times today.
There it is. Did you have a good Halloween, Duck? Did you do anything?
We sat and gave out candy to about 18 kids. That's about it.
Ready this? 450.
450 in Milford?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand why there was so few in Nashua.
Yeah,
it's going by the wayside.
We put on
here.
quite the operation at the Roby household.
Oh, I bet you do.
Double tight end wing, total QB sweep to the left side. He cuts back against the grain, going to be hauled down from behind by, looked like number 2 was Johnny on the spot there, Louis Antal. But that quarterback...
Jonah Alonzo Bookman.
Oh, thank you. Bookman was there on the stop. So it was a total sweep. And the quarterback had, that was, again, Lucas James around that left side. And, again, third down and manageable. 3rd down and 2 inside Cougar territory. We'll call it the 46-yard line.
And I'm sure they'll go for it on 4th down. They have an option to go for it. I just hand the ball off to the other team, I suppose.
That's correct. And here comes a power and good blocking at the point of attack, falling forward.
Mr. X, I believe.
Yeah, Mr. X, and he was tackled by Mr. number 2 again.
Alonzo Bookman and number 63. That'd be Jacob Brower on the tackle.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Huskies, and they are just pushing that front forward. And you don't need a lot of plays in the playbook if what you're doing is working. They'll come back out in that power eye set. This time the power eye is set off to the right side. It might even be a double ice again, and good penetration, 63 and 32 leading the charge there for the Cougars.
That'd be Jacob Brower again, and number 32 is Mason Lamontagne.
Yeah, there you go, Lamontagne.
Is a familiar name, Lamontagne.
That was, I think, Archer Pedley on the carry for Plymouth. And again, 2nd down and 8. So playing in front of the sticks, falling forward. Like to see that from an offensive standpoint, but good a job. Of course, you got 9 guys in the box right now, and that's going to be a total sweep. And this is number 3, and he's got the edge. Oh, a little stiff arm action. Down the sideline he goes, stays in bounds, little dipsy-do, and he's going to get into the end zone for the – they're going to say he's down at the 1, Ducky.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds. He was pushed by number 4, Taden Bong, and it was a nice run by number 3, Lucas James, who came out just a straight quarterback sweep. Everybody blocked down. I'm not sure if there's a guard pulling out there. I didn't see the.
I think it's just man-on blocking.
Man-on blocking.
Yeah, and
like you said from years ago, Jason, if you can run up the middle and get 4 yards a pop, why do anything else?
Right.
Make them adjust. Go to a 6. If you can't stop it with a 6, you go to a 7. And these guys are in an 8 or a 9 now anyway.
Well, I know that's not you talking. That's
no, that's not me.
Ducky, it's you get 4 yards a pop, but we could also throw it down the field for 30. Let's go throw it for 30.
That's what I like to do. We got a flag here, unsportsmanlike conduct on Nashua.
Interesting. Hate to see it at any level, but that's a teachable moment. So the first quarter's over. They have 15 minutes on the clock. They'll run an untimed
Instead
down.
of run down, jog down 100 yards, they're going to make the play.
Well, it's an untimed down, I guess, because it's an unsportsmanlike. And they will power in off the right side. I believe he is in. They're going to say he's not in. Okay, so his knee must have touched down before the touchdown. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Number 42, James Patrick on the carry. And a nice play from the Nashua defense to stuff it up. And is that number 82, slow to get up for Nashua.
So
if they did give him a touchdown, now they're going to move down the other end for the extra point.
All right, so that down was, in fact, an untimed down, I suppose.
Probably because of the penalty, yeah.
Probably because of the penalty. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from inside the 1-yard line. 6-0 advantage Plymouth. They're trying to tack on another one here. Jason Roby calling all the action for you. Ron Ducky Welliver is on the color commentary here today. And the man on the moving pictures, as always, is the highlight guy, Steve Cody. I want to thank you all for joining us here. Our second of 6 games on the schedule. And this is a full day of football. You can see the sun shining off the Nashua River. The wind has died down. The sun is out. Thinking about all those folks in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, Ducky. Terrible, terrible weather there, and the weather has passed us by. We just got some rain and a little bit of wind, but certainly our thoughts and prayers going out to those folks that are battling those conditions and begin the rebuild.
You can't help to think, Jason, that we complain about our blizzards and an occasional heavy rainstorm or a thunderstorm. If we do get a hurricane like Hurricane Bob years ago, it's just not bad. These people are getting their houses destroyed
and their lives destroyed. Yeah. So
and we want water. We pour it into a bottle. We take the water.
Yep.
And these people don't even have little things like water. So anything we can do, we do it.
Yeah, we're thinking of those folks there, and we'll try to have some good thoughts here with some football. 2-point conversion, a little total sweep to the outside, pulled down from the back. And it was going to be that total sweep with the quarterback, but number 4 was Johnny on the spot there. Taden Bong pulled him down.
I got Jermaine Rucker Jr.
Jermaine Rucker Jr. And Rucker Jr. got himself into the backfield and was able to pull down number 3, James Lucas.
It's a big third down play here. Third down and about 4.
Yeah, so no touchdown. So this is
Yeah.
huge. This would be a huge goal line stand here for this Cougar team. Third down. Little dive play, finds a seam, and I think this time he's going to get in, does number 2.
Mason Prue.
So Prue, good blocking at the point of attack there. It kind of opened up like the Red Sea. And Mason Prue goes in off of that C gap, the 6 hole as we like to call it, and quickly it is 12-0 Plymouth as the clock continues to run. They'll go for the 2-point conversion from the 3-yard line. Will this Husky team, and again their uniforms identical to the Plymouth team, with the exception of where it says Huskies on the helmet. It says Bobcats on the helmet for Plymouth, one of the best football programs in the entire state of New Hampshire.
Oh, nice play.
Oh, he got it away. And I'm going to tell you what happened right there, Ducky. The quarterback had the ball, couldn't make the handoff. As he's falling to the ground, he hands it back off to Prue, and Prue is through.
Yeah, it was a nice play by the quarterback, not panicking when the tackle was coming his way. It looks like the coach is going to talk about it, whether he's in the grasp or not.
And they kind of wanted that play to be whistled dead, but officials saying, the forward progress was not quite stopped, and he was able to get the handoff away, and it'll be 14-0 in favor of the Huskies.
It's going to be a long day for these referees, Jason. I'm not sure. They do 6 games, or they split up 3 and 3?
Well, as best I can tell, I know these gentlemen were in the parking lot when I got here this morning at about 7:30. And they were getting ready for the first game, and that's a little running conversation as the Cougars get ready to take the ball. And as they do that, we'd like to thank our newest sponsor and welcome them to our team, Luke's Bar and Grill, founded in 2019. Luke's Bar and Grill has grown quickly thanks to loyal guests and an incredible staff. Their mission is to provide a welcoming space with great food, refreshing drinks, and an atmosphere that always feels like home. Whether you're there for dinner, drinks, or just unwind, Luke's is constantly evolving to make every visit better. Find them at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or online at lukesbarngrill.com. That's Luke's Bar and Grill, LUKS.com.
And I will meet you there, Jason, tonight after our last game.
Sounds good.
If you can pull yourself away from NFL games.
Yeah, I'm going to record the Patriots, as I always do, and nobody call and tell me what the score is.
Yeah, I got the same problem, I think. So speaking of New England Patriots football, it's nice. We had 4 years off, and now we're back. Competitive football, cheering at the TV instead of yelling at it. And it just goes to show you it's a continuity from coach on down, and that's what's brought them together.
Well, we were spoiled for
we've been spoiled for 20 years.
Yeah.
So. It's been great. We went through the pains of the 70s, and all those things that happened.
Double tight end, power eye, dive, straight ahead. Ride that wave. Good initial push up front. He's going to pick up close to 5 yards on a first down play. We'll call it 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Who's that? Is that 15 again, getting up off the pile?
Getting up pretty slow.
Yep. It is 15.
15 for Nashua.
And he's carried the mail quite a bit
Dimitri
here.
Pantelakis.
Yeah, Pantelakis doing a nice job.
I hope I'm saying that right.
So it'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 6 from the 39-yard line. 12:36 and counting to go here in the first half. All right, they'll come back out in their double tight end. A little mix up here in the backfield. They're back to their wishbone look. And again, quick dive up the middle of the field goes number 2.
It's Louis Antal. He was in the fullback position, but he was standing up. That's just the beginner. And the coach will deal with that and put him down in the 3-point stance. But took the handoff to the left side and ran up the middle for about 3-4 yards.
Right.
It's 3rd and 3 for Nashua.
Manageable. I might add, too, Ducky, good initial. He's not getting touched till about 2-3 yards after the initial handoff. So good push by the offensive line of the Cougars.
It's led by number 52, the center. That is, it's Logan Roig again.
Yeah, Roig
He's
is
right there on the line. Oh, he's the right guard.
Okay. So they'll come back out in their wishbone formation, double tight end, shoe to shoe, 9 men in the box for the Huskies. I keep wanting to say Bobcats. And again, straight ahead.
First
15
one
again. I think it's going to be a fourth down and 1 according to the near linesman. So 4th and 1 for the Cougars. A long one, as it were. They kind of backed it up maybe a step or so. So the Cougars will go for it here, Duck. And what do you like? Do you do anything different? Or you just keep?
No, he's a quick hitter. They got 9 yards on 2 straight carries.
Yeah.
So go with the quick hitter right up the middle.
So it'll be interesting to see how the Huskies defense lines up here. See if they do anything differently. A little diamond look in the second level. Oh, and I think they got him to jump. The age-old
freeze.
We used to call it brick, Duck. Remember we called it brick back in the day. And
well, it's a funny story about freeze. I remember when I was Don Fournier was suspended for unsportsmanlike, the late Don Fournier, and he was in the end zone, and he's noticing how the Pinkerton players at the freshman level were jumping, playing our count, and he's standing in the end zone getting my attention. And he's freezing like a scarecrow, and I didn't know what he was talking about.
So there it is, the late Don Fournier. Boy, he was a lot of fun and a good coach, and he's definitely missed.
I miss him. I call him once a week. I'd walk around the block, and I'd call Don, and we'd talk football.
Yeah.
And he started at this level way back in Merrimack Youth Football. Right up the middle again.
Ooh,
nice play.
This time it gets stonewalled. Looked like that time leading the charge. Was it our phantom player again, 81?
Nope, yes, it's 81. Mr. X with a nice play.
So we'll call him Mr. Husky because he's all that in a bag of chips early going here.
2nd and 10 now for Nashua.
I want to welcome everybody that's watching in the Nashua area and also the fans that are joining us from up north in Plymouth, New Hampshire. We know the land of Lenahan is probably well represented here. Welcome to the highlight guy. Jason Roby calling the action for you. Ron Ducky Welliver is on the color commentary. Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. A beautiful Sunday here off of the banks of the Nashua River at Stello Stadium. And action from Mata Field. Brand new AstroTurf, or field turf rather, down there. Put in there with Nashua emblazoned in the end zones. All right. Double tight end power eye. Again, they go to the first man through, and again, 81
X makes the play.
Yeah. So they've gone to the well many times there, and the last couple have not.
It looks like the running back is slow to get up.
Yeah, that was 15 again, and he's going back to the huddle. So good to see him moving around under his own power.
Could have taken a shot in the, looks like it's limping from in the thigh, yeah. And he'll walk it off. He's right back in the huddle, and we'll see if the coach goes right with him again.
All right, so we got 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up here, and this time they will split an end out to the right with that same power eye look, or rather that wishbone look behind the quarterback. Tight end is to the left. A little handoff. They'll bounce it to the outside.
It looks like he was going to pass a little bit.
Oh, and nice play there on the edge. Brought down by number 2. Is that Prue again?
No, it's James.
James, okay.
Lucas James, the quarterback.
Lucas James, there it is.
Nope, I was wrong. You were right, Jason. It's Mason Prue.
Ah, Mason Prue. There it is. And we have an injury on the field. They'll come out and look at that young man. Hope he is okay. We're taking a look at him. That'll give us a chance to talk about Bouvier Prepare. They provide comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for playing lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com. Call 603-465-1102. Nice to see that young man up and off under his own power. So that's always a good sign. And also, if you've not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so you can be aware of whenever we schedule a live stream. All right. And so it'll be I believe, a turnover on downs. It'll be Plymouth ball. And
Jason, I have a little question on this level. If you're on your own 6-yard line and you go for it on 4th down, you still turn the ball over?
you turn the. I don't know if you're allowed to go for it after a certain point.
Okay.
I think that's a good question, Ron. Because it's interesting because it changes as you go up the levels from 2nd and 3rd grade to 5th and 6th grade, 7th and 8th. I mean, it's the 7th and 8th grade is played like high school rules for the most part. They do punt and they do kick off. All right, 1st and 10 for the Huskies. But you can go to the Northeast Junior High Football League. I believe the rules are all there on the website for you to check out. Wing is to the right, handoff off the right side. He's got the edge, and he's got a head of steam. There goes Mr. X, number 81, being chased down from behind by number 2. He gives a little dead leg there, cut back against the grain, and going to finally be hauled down at about we'll call it the 34, 33-yard line. Nice run by Mr. X.
He caught by number 3, Lewis Ansall, and then Jonah Alonzo Bookman was right there chasing the play.
And we have another Cougar down, so they'll.
Maybe at halftime we're going to find out X's name here, Jason.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
we
do
shouldn't have going to call him out a lot. Down is number 24 for Nashua. That is
He's up. That's good to see.
Tegan Kelly. Yep.
As a nonprofit organization, the Cougars could not thrive and provide such an incredible experience for the athletes without the generosity of their sponsors. They'd like to give a huge Cougar roar to the top sponsors this season: Basco Excavation, Lopez Hardwood Floor Services, and Comcast. All those not mentioned here, Cougars want you to know how thankful they are for everything you do for them to ensure that the athletes have everything that they need.
You can't do Pop Warner football without sponsors, and it's great to have the sponsors that the Cougars have, and not only that, but Steve, the highlight guy here.
Yeah. Steve,
without sponsors, you can't do it.
I still contest that Steve probably slept on top of the press box last night, got his sleeping bag, and was ready to go here early this morning. All right, they'll wind the clock. Tight ends to both sides. Wing is to the left. 2 backs in the backfield behind the quarterback. Here comes that wing back counter that has had some success. This is number 12, and he rips around the right side and finally going to be tackled down there by, it looks like, number 4 and we'll say 12 as well, but a nice wing back counter there.
Nice run by Archer Pedley coming from the left wing, a little counter back, and they hooked the outside end there, and off he went.
Yeah, the thing that they want to teach at this youth level, too, is if you are on the backside of any action, you're not going to chase that play down at the point of attack. Stay home, watch for the counter, watch for the cutback. If you're going to make anything play side and you're on the backside of that, you're going to make it down around the goal line on that angle of pursuit.
Angle of pursuit. It's not done at this level. It's done at every level. We still have to tell the kids at the high school level.
Yep.
You can have the best game and not make a tackle.
A little isolation play off the right side. Good blocking at the point of attack. He'll bounce it to the outside. He'll pick up about 9 on that first down.
Is that number 30?
That was number 20, let's see, I think 36.
That's Owen McNeil. Nice run off to the right side there.
Yeah, Owen, and again, we have another injury on the field at about the 15-yard line. Young man, he's moving, holding.
Probably most likely looks like got the wind knocked out of him.
Maybe he had the wind knocked out of him, yes, sir.
I remember in the old days when I remember being on the ground where they pick you up from your belt. And breathe for you.
That's right.
I'm not sure if they do that anymore.
And he's up on his own.
It looks like it was
he's
an ankle
limping,
injury.
yeah, knee or an ankle. He was kind of nursing that right leg a little bit. And
number 32?
Moving gingerly. It is 32. Hey, if you're looking to play sports in college, if yes, let the Highlight Guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, we film sporting events, and like today, we live stream, all with the goal of helping the athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star. So let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started. All right, we have still gingerly coming off the field. Will give us a chance to talk to you about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Contact Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal. She's a luxury realtor, and she's licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, and she can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email deb@thedowgroup.com. All right. The Huskies break the huddle. They come out. They are on the 15-yard line going in. It'll be a second down and short, playing in front of the sticks. Wing is to the left. Here comes that wing back counter again. This time, the Cougars were right there waiting for it, and no gain on that play. They were ready that time, and there it is, staying home on the backside.
They probably read it pre-snap because the quarterback made a motion to the ball carrier, and so they thought it might be happening. But they did stay home, and obviously well coached back there by the defensive coordinator.
All right, so that'll set up a huge 3rd down and 2 for the Huskies. They're on the 15-yard line going in. Nashua trying to keep this Plymouth team from getting into the end zone. Quarterback keeper, and nice run, cuts back against the grain. I think it's going to be close, Ducky. They're going to say first down. Far side official waving the chains.
It's almost like Lucas James went right off tackle himself, quarterback keeper. And the backs didn't have to move. It was just strict a quarterback play.
It was a nice job.
It looks like he might be their best runner other than Mr. X.
Yeah, for sure. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Huskies. They'll set up shop at we'll call it the Nashua Cougar 13-yard line. Just inside the 13. They can get a first down to about the 3. So we'll head into the 4:20 and counting left here in this first half. Plymouth trying to go in for their 3rd score of the game. They'll come out in a power eye to the left with 2 tight ends. Bobbled that handoff. It was a double ice, and they'll bounce it to the outside. Good quick feet there. Look at him go. 42. He's in. Touchdown.
Little guy. Nice play by Patrick James, another one with two first names.
Well, Patrick James introduces himself to the end zone as he, that play started off the guard hole and ended up bouncing to the outside. A nice job of running with your eyes there. He saw the lane and he took it.
And he's got the speed to beat most of the defensive players to the second level, and he was gone.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
That was a touchdown from anywhere in the field.
Yeah, for sure. They did a nice job of hitting that hole and finding the seam and bouncing out. All right, wing is to the right, 2 backs in the backfield.
Looks like an unbalanced to the right.
It is an unbalanced line. They're going to roll and throw. Man is open in the end zone just beyond the outstretched arms of number 12. And the man was open.
Asher Pedley, Asher Pedley, just over his head a little bit. Nice call, though.
Yeah, you said they went unbalanced. They protected him to the point of attack, and he had all kinds of time. Just be a little too much mustard on that hot dog, and it just went beyond his reach. And speaking of hot dogs, are you hungry for a meal that really hits the spot? Well, Luke's Bar and Grill serves up juicy burgers, crispy wings, and a menu full of favorites made fresh every day. Pair your meal with an ice-cold beer or a handcrafted cocktail and enjoy it all in a warm, welcoming space. Luke's is the perfect spot to relax and connect. Stop by at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or see the menu at lukesbarandgrill.com. That's Luke's Bar and Grill, L-U-K-S, barandgrill.com.
Now where are we going to go tonight, Jason?
That's it, same
we'll go
one.
to one of these places
Yeah,
and
Luke's Bar and Grill.
Talk a little football.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They'll set up shop at their own 35-yard line, trying to generate some offense. They had some early success with that quick dive play, and it seems since then the Plymouth defense has adjusted to that look. So maybe some outside run game is just what the doctor ordered. We'll see a wishbone formation behind the quarterback. They'll run a power play to the outside, and that's going backwards quickly, and Mr. X is there.
Is that X or was that 80? Number 8.
No, number 8 that time. Good call, Ron Welliver.
Quinn Shuffleton.
Well, Shuffleton did a nice job. The ball came loose, and we'll see if they call him down. The referees are talking about it right now. They're going to say first down for Plymouth. There's a fumble on the play.
Great play by Quinn Shuffleton for Plymouth.
Yeah,
who just shot that gap and blew up the play, and it was a sweep to the outside.
You know, the easty-westy football is nice if you've got the speed to burn, but you want to get vertical as quickly as you can. Yeah, no doubt about it. And speaking of north-south, let's talk about Earth Tech Systems. They drill north and south. They drill right into the ground. They're a local premier green heating and cooling technology company. The goal? Save you time and money. They specialize in geothermal HVAC systems. For your heating or cooling needs, contact the experts at earthtechsystems.com. No install or repair project is too challenging for the experts in green HVAC technology. Tell you what, Doug, if you have a chance to watch that commercial at earthtechsystems.com, really cool stuff, innovative stuff, heating and cooling your home with geothermal technology. It is crazy stuff. So give them a call, take a look at it. It's cutting-edge technology. 2:53 to go here in the first half. We have another injury on the field, so a battle of attrition here is that young man coming off the field. So it looks like number 2.
Yeah, Alonzo Bookman.
Bookman gingerly coming off, holding that arm against his chest. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
He took that big hit. I believe he was the ball carrier from Shuffleton.
Yep.
And he walks off the field, and Nashua sets up their defense as Plymouth comes out of their huddle.
Well, listen, Plymouth, known for their football. I mean, this is a football hotbed, one of the greatest football hotbeds in all of New England, never mind just the state of New Hampshire. This is, when you're born in Plymouth, you're almost born with a football in your hands.
And Coach Linehan's offense, I believe, also.
Yep. All right, handoff. Oh, and that time.
And a fumble recovered by Nashua.
Wow, Johnny on the spot there. Is that 15? It is. Yep.
Number 15 for Nashua is that's Ryan Roberts.
Yep, there he is again. We saw him on offense, but the beneficiary of a forward fumble. And I didn't catch the number off the left side of that defense. Good penetration causing that fumble. You'll go back and watch that one on the highlight guy off of the left side of the defense. A nice job by the defensive front to put that ball on the carpet. First down for the Cougars. So 2:26 to go in the first half. The Cougars avoiding going down by 4 scores here. Jason Roby, Ron Welliver, and the highlight guy himself, Steve Cody. I want to welcome you all to a sun-splashed day here in Nashua, New Hampshire, the Gate City. You're watching Northeast Junior High football action. And this game here, game number 2 on the day. Welcome y'all and spend the day with us, folks. This is the youth varsity level. All right, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Handoff, given right there. And every time, and there's 15 again. I tell you what I like there, Duck. He hits that hole hard, and if you look, there seems to be a little crease off to the right side. If he takes that one step, he might break into that secondary. He gets a nice gain on first down, a couple of yards there, but you'll see when they run that play, there's like a little crease off to the right side. And when you go back and watch that on the highlight guy, when you're at home, see if you can find that little crease, that little cutback lane. Every play in these offenses, whether it be wing T or I formation, designed to cut back against the grain at that second level, and you can see it developing.
As you can see in your old offense, Jason, with Dre Williams, nobody could cut back against the grain like that kid.
Well, those are things that, and then we have a timeout on the field. Andre Williams, arguably the best running back that I've seen in the state of New Hampshire in my time coaching. I mean, we've seen some good ones, but I'm obviously biased towards what we had. The best football player in the state of New Hampshire his senior year, in my honest opinion, and Andre's still playing professionally now.
He's like 32 years old.
Yeah, 32 years old. He's playing in the Indoor Football League.
Green Bay, I believe,
Green Bay Blizzard. And he led the league in kickoff returns last year, 29 yards a return. So a special player and, easy when you have a young man like that in the backfield. All right, double tight ends, power I formation, little
it's
jump.
A pass.
Johnny Lujack. Oh, and he knocked it out of his own player's hands. They were both going for that interception, and they're talking to each other about 2 and 56.
Nolan Sullivan and
he's like, "What are you doing, dude?" Timeout, Plymouth, but so the clock will stop with 53 seconds left, and I like the idea of trying to save some time on the clock. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down, and if they can stop them here, they'll get that ball back in pretty good field position. So But a nice job. The Cougars went to the friendly skies there, and they were not so friendly as the ball almost intercepted. One of the things we saw too, Duck, and the thing you have to teach young players, even at this level, is when it becomes fourth down, you don't want to intercept the ball. You lose yardage. Just knock it down, and that's not the situation there. But I guarantee you'll see it at some point today. Easier said than done. Power I formation, double tight end employed, and the quarterback again
throw again.
And this time it is intercepted. And this time it's number 2 on the pick.
That's Mason Prue again.
Yeah, Prue.
Johnny on the spot.
He's we've said his name quite a few times, and just like that, the Plymouth Huskies are going to have the ball. Short real estate having to travel. They'll be inside the, we'll call it the 24-yard line, give or take, 23-yard line. So
number 14, Bentley Ramos walking off. Looks like, a little twisted an ankle there on that last play.
So the defense for the Cougars are going to be tested here with 41 seconds to go.
Hey, I like the way they're putting the ball up in the air.
I
anyway.
know
At least
you
they're trying.
I know you do, sir.
But like
and
you
I'll
always
tell
said,
you, and I don't need to tell you why I don't.
3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
That's it. And here's one of the bad ones. All right. Wing off to the right side. 2 backs in the backfield for the Huskies. And it'll be a total sweep by the quarterback.
The quarterback, he's going to go right around that right side.
He reads his block and heads to the outside. Oh, and the collision there between 2 Cougars, and one of them getting up slowly. There was a collision over there by two Cougars, including number 63, who got up a little bit gingerly there. And
nice run by James, and what lead blocking was Archer.
Yeah, 63.
Archer Pedley, yeah.
You'll watch that one back. 63 given pursuit, 13 at the point of attack, and they hit each other.
They hit each other. The Nashua kids,
yeah. The Nashua players hit each other, and so that was arguably the hardest hit I've seen today. So he'll take a timeout to talk things over and check on him, make sure he's okay with 12 seconds to go. All right, Coach, put your coaching hat back on. You got 12 seconds to go. We'll check on this injury in a minute. I think he's going to be okay. But ball's going to be placed at the 12-yard line. I don't know that they have any timeouts left. They don't keep them on the scoreboard. They keep them down on the field. So what do you do here, Coach? Let's say they have 1 timeout left. You got 1 timeout left.
Well, you don't pass right now. You just want to run up the middle and kill this clock and get out of here 20-0 so nothing happens.
You're not going for the end zone if you're Plymouth?
Oh, Plymouth. Absolutely. Plymouth's got the ball. Oh, absolutely.
I'm like, who am I talking to here?
My error. I didn't know that was 4th down.
Yeah.
So that goes on what I asked you earlier.
Yeah.
When you go for 4th down back in your zone, it doesn't go all the way to the other 40. Right. And that's the rule I got to learn with these younger kids, 3rd and 4th graders, right?
So it's going to be 1st and goal, or not 1st and goal. It's going to be 1st down. I don't think the and goal matters. It is a timeout for Plymouth. They did call timeout, and that's either their 2nd timeout or their 3rd timeout. So let's just assume they don't have any timeouts.
You look for a counter coming back to the left side. That's what I would look at.
Right, you heard it here. A wing right counter to the left. I like the call. I also like the faking of the wing counter and the quarterback keeping it.
Even better.
Yeah, and then we'll see if there's any.
Who knows? They might have a
maybe a hitch and pitch. Maybe a
no.
Maybe a hook and lateral. We saw a hook and lateral here a couple of weeks ago. All right, so here we go. 12 seconds left in the first half. Plymouth trying to go in from 12 yards out. Cougars trying to keep it at a 3-score game.
They're staying in that power eye. A
Ball's
fumble
on the carpet, and it's kicked around, and it's going to be recovered by the Cougars.
Number 14 for the Cougars.
Wow.
Made the Bentley Ramos makes a nice play as the ball was bounced around in there. Kicked by accident. And that should end the half here. No, 2 seconds left. Nashua gets a play.
On a change of possession, and it feels like that ball was rolling around for what seemed like an eternity. Oh, boy.
I'm not sure. I heard somebody yell fumble, but I think it was the coach yelling fumble. The kids got – that's another thing. This youth level, they have to learn. You got a loose ball. Everybody's screaming and going to that loose ball like their hair's on fire.
That's it.
And
fundamentals at this level and at every level. You you see kids even at the high school level need to reinforce the basics of the game. I mean, you watch these teams when they play a wing tee or an I-4. They're not familiar with that brand of football because everybody's running the spread formation these days. No one knows, people don't get it. Like when you run the play power, it's the same whether it's from a wing tee or a spread formation. The offensive line action is the same. And anybody
they all block down, guard pulls to the power
it.
side, kicks out the end, and there you go. In the spread or in the wing tee, or it's the same play.
You need to learn offensive. If you are interested in getting into coaching, you gotta watch the offensive line. You learn what the offensive line does, and the rest is all window dressing.
Even shuffle pass, same thing. Exeter did that the best, especially at the freshman level.
All right, here we go. Off to the right side, and going to be dragged down. That'll be the last play of the first half. He had the edge, and I got some interesting news before we go to break here too, Ducky. We have a couple of players down getting up slowly. Looks like number 28 on the carry for the Cougars, and
56, is that 56?
59. I think it's 59 is still down for the
Levi Walk.
Yeah.
And X was right on the play as usual and blew that up to end the half.
The Nashua North Titans are going to be hosting a freshman jamboree here. You used to go to the Rumble in the Jungle at Albert.
At Albert High School.
Well, Nashua North is going to be running it this year here at Stello Stadium. So that'll be a lot of fun. I believe it's Tuesday night. So if you're looking for something to do on Tuesday night, come on down here to Stello Stadium and
this Tuesday night coming.
I believe so. Yeah, it'll be the freshman tournament. We are going to head into the half. The young man from Plymouth is up and heading back to the sideline, so that's good to see, moving under his own power. We're going to head to the half. We've got to pay some bills. You are watching the Highlight Guy. It is 20-0. Plymouth on top of the Cougars. We'll be right back after these very important messages. Don't you go anywhere.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not, cause I step in my zone when I put it to the I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like
I was born.
I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to Mata Field here at Stello Stadium in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. On the banks of the Nashua River, it is the highlight guy, Jason Roby, Ron Welliver, and the highlight guy himself, Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. You are watching Northeast Junior High football action. It is the Plymouth Huskies and the Nashua Cougars taking part in a good back and forth game here. It's the Plymouth Huskies who jumped out to a 20-0 lead as we start the third quarter. Some good defense employed here at the youth varsity level to keep them out at the end of the first half. They will get the first possession, and look what we have here. A little single wing action themselves as that ball goes up and the ball is loose, recovered by the quarterback.
Lewis, number 3. That was Lewis Antal. Right there on the play, almost had recovered that fumble.
The quarterback, James, had to hurry back and get on top of it. He does, but they're playing behind the sticks now. It'll be second down and 15 from the 30-yard line. And we are live here on the highlight guy. Thanking everybody for watching us and our friends that are watching from Plymouth. Welcome to the highlight guy. All right. Same formation to the right side. They'll try again. Off to the side. Breaks one tackle. Breaks a second and can't break the third. Tripped up there. As a couple of Cougar bodies fall into each other. We have another rolled up injury. Looks like a right knee.
Right knee banged it. Hopefully it's not a twist and it's just a straight shot. It might have hit it on a helmet, Jason.
Yeah, at this level, the kids are pretty pliable. Hopefully it just kind of maybe hit a helmet like Ducky said or just bounced off the turf. And Coach Welliver is quick to notice that as we take a quick peek into the Plymouth huddle as they take a knee to show good sportsmanship while they tend to the injury. All right, Ron, so your thoughts about the first half of action we saw, first on the visiting Plymouth Huskies.
Well, Plymouth got a running quarterback in Lucas James and a tough running back in number 81. We don't know his name yet, Mr. X. And it looks like they got 3 or 4 good ball carriers back there. And they got the little guy who scored the touchdown, number
42, was
James Patrick, I believe it was, Patrick James.
Yep.
And they like to run him on the counter. He goes off tackle to the left side, finds an opening. He scored a touchdown. And looks like Plymouth is the Huskies are much more dominant team than this Nashua squad, who's out there throwing their weight around and making some plays. But Plymouth right now is just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, right now, it's a Plymouth team as we see the young man, number 12, coming off under his own powers. That's good to see. He's got a little hitch in the giddy up there, as we like to say, and hopefully he'll be back on the field in a couple of snaps. Hope for the best for that young man. But we talked earlier on, this Plymouth team is steep with tradition, and these kids grow up in the area wanting to be a Plymouth Bobcat. That is the ultimate goal of these kids. And this Cougar program, top to bottom, when you walk in, you see all the fanfare and the things that the organization does for these kids, top to bottom. It's impressive. Just their third year of existence, and already they're dominant at the 7th and 8th grade level. You'll get to see that a little bit later today.
What's good to see that from the perspective of Nashua is there was a problem years ago, Jason, if you remember, is there was different plays, different holes, and different things that as the kids were coming up, they had to learn all over again.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I think there's a cooperation with the Cougar management in Nashua. Not, tell me if I'm wrong.
No, the verbiage in the vernacular is pretty much the same.
That's huge. It saves about a week of prep, and that's makes the program better.
At the youth levels, a lot of times you really want to simplify things and keep them down to the nuts and bolts of football. How do I get in a stance? What are the positions? I mean, those are things that, I remember even in my youth football days, not knowing the difference between a guard and a tackle, trying to quiz myself on those things. Those are things that a lot of times we want to get all the bells and whistles going when in essence, you just got to figure out where the leverage is. You look at this Plymouth team right now. They're telling you where they want to run the football.
The single wing with X, they're coming left.
Right, so it's a numbers game. What do you outnumber your opponent at the point of attack? And there's a high snap. And this time,
Nashua's on it, but 81 has made a gain out of it. There's a flag thrown. And going back to what we were talking about, Jason, I remember being on getting tackled, and the referee coming over saying, use the ground, boys, use the ground. I never knew what he meant.
What does that mean? Right.
Yeah, don't use the kid to push off to
That's
get
right.
up. But at the little things like that, you don't know because you've never played other than football on the street with a bunch of friends. The penalty looks like it's on Plymouth. I'm not sure what exactly we got here.
The important thing for folks that are watching at home to understand is really, and we're going to get, I think, a block on the back called against Plymouth. But one of the things you have to do as a parent is be nurturing, be understanding, and teach the game rather than your opinion. I think a lot of times we get caught up in thinking we know more than what's going on. And if you think you do, by all means, volunteer, become a coach, learn the game. From the early going here, as learn the positions, learn the holes, learn situational football. But even more than situational football, just what are the nuts and bolts of becoming a football player? Stance and start, and
one thing you're leaving out is contact. I mean, some kids, if you don't like contact, you're not going to play football. It's a bad snap. High snap, and number 12 for Plymouth jumps on it. That's Archer Pedley.
Yeah, and Plymouth finding themselves going backwards, and the real estate behind them getting short as it's going to bring up a fourth down. So it's going to be a turnover on downs here, Ron, and it's going to give this Cougar team pretty good field position when they flip the field. So we'll flip the field, and we'll talk about Bouvier Prepare. They provide comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for playing college lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. And if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so that we can be aware of whenever we schedule a live stream. All right, the Cougars are in the huddle. They'll set up shop. Pretty favorable field position here as they will run their first down play from the 38-yard line in Plymouth territory around.
So that makes sense now. They treat it as a punt, 30,
right,
40-yard punt, so they don't really take over on downs.
So they will break the huddle. They'll run up to the line, saunter up, as it were. And that's something too, right? Like the first thing is we run to the line of scrimmage. I mean, that is something that's ingrained from very early on.
Body language is huge. I mean, you teach the body language early on.
Dive play, and
quick
there.
handoff,
Oh,
right up
nice job! Little contact there got knocked backwards. That time it was number 3 on the carry from that fullback position for the Cougars. And
tackle by number 12, Archer Pedley again.
And it was a good carry. I think was that Antal on the carry? I think it was, and it was just we got another injury with another limping off to the side here, but that was just a real good contact in that hole as Antal hit that hole really hard. And, physics is a thing. And a lot of times what we tell kids to get in that weight room to make yourself bigger, faster, stronger is because you want to create some momentum. You want to create, a big, strong body that can protect you.
And Mason Lamontagne being carried off by the trainer.
Hope he's okay.
I'm seeing, Jason, is a lot of names of I'm wondering if their parents. We've coached some of these parents back in the 80s and early 90s when we were coaching, and it's great to see.
Speak for yourself. I didn't start coaching until 97. Did you say early 90s? Yeah.
Yeah, I was 87. Pennsec Junior High.
There you go. All right, so second down, and we'll call it 7 from the 35-yard line. So a good first down play here. They'll go under center again in that tight wishbone formation. 2 tight ends, maybe a flexed end at the top of the screen. And a little handoff, a delay. Very nice.
Almost like a draw.
Lead draw. 2 on 2. It was number 2, tackled by number 2. Prue tackling
Alonzo Bookman. And tackled by number 2, Mason Prue again.
So that's going to set up an interesting play. 3rd down and 5. So basically you have 2 downs to get 5 yards here. So if you're Nashua, you're in a pretty good situation. You don't have to try to do something you're not used to doing. I would probably go back to the exact same play or something very similar.
Back to what we said earlier. Play's working, you stay with it. Let them adjust to you, then you adjust off of that play.
So we'll see. And we're getting some calls that our broadcast is in and out a little bit, so we apologize for the streaming here, the wind wreaking havoc. And
there's a pass over the middle.
Oh, had a man, but see, the man was open. Now, here's the thing. The one thing we did really well at Nashua North back in the day, and again, remember when is the worst form of conversation, according to Tony Soprano, but we used to run our screen game, and we would do 15 minutes of screen every day, and we ran it so well because we practiced it. You have to practice those things a lot, and if you're not used to throwing the football, you know, the one or two times in the game when you do it, you're basically giving up a down. So practice those plays. Take a period in your practice schedule and practice your quick game, practice your speed game, practice your screen game.
And we practice all the time. And when we had days when we're working on kickoff returns, these are usually the backups, the kids that don't see as much playing time. I would grab the skill players off to the side and work on the quick plays, the quick timing plays, where it's the stop passes, the hitch and pitch, if you will, and the double passes. And
so it's
we go over all that and not waste any time at practice.
It's comfortable. You feel good about running it. All right, here we go. 4th down play here.
But Dimitri was wide open.
They are going to run a total sweep to the right. And
he almost broke it. Nice play.
Almost broke it, but didn't quite get it.
Number 56 on that tackle. That was Nolan Sullivan. Nice play. Saved the first down. And looks like they're going to take, is it 4th down?
I think
that
take over
may
have
downs.
been 4th down.
Yep.
So, again, a play that looked good, but we have not seen that look all game long. That'll allow us to talk about this Cougar program. They're thriving in just their 3rd year. They're looking forward to seeing where next season brings them. They have the hardest working group of coaches who dedicate their time to develop athletes' football skills and teaching them life lessons that they'll carry with them for the rest of their lives. If you would like to become one of those coaches, please contact them at NashuaCougars.net. And again, teaching kids the right lessons. You see a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties at the high school level nowadays and even at college where, you lose sight of those things. And those can cost teams, good teams, football games down the road. You want to make sure you're doing the right things. And this is where you learn that stuff. This is where you learn the sportsmanship and your behavior as, sometimes that gets lost. It's a contact sport, and emotions run high. Play with emotion, but don't play emotional. There's a difference, right?
But recently on YouTube, not on the highlight guy, but there was a play where the kid didn't like the call. He got ejected from the game, ran out, and he tackled the referee. It was somewhere down in Texas, and it was referee was hurt. It was horrendous, and it's probably a couple years old. But the point is, he was done right there. Maybe he didn't get the support at home. Maybe he didn't get the coach was didn't temper the kid down a little bit.
Well, I think a lot of times
it starts here, though.
Yeah, it starts here, and it starts the support from at home. Tom Brady said the problem today is, parents are always looking for the easier way for their kid, or they back their child, which we all do as parents, right? But sometimes you can't do that. You have to back the coach. You have to back the teacher. And off to the money. Right. Here we go. One man to beat. He's going to do
81, Mr. X off tackle right, and found an opening.
He might catch him. Duck.
He's going to catch him.
Oh, he tried to trip him up last second.
Great effort there by
number 14, I think.
Is that 14?
Yeah, I think so. He never gave up on the play. And there you go. There's another thing. And what we used to tell kids all the time is play it till the last second. And if let's say he trips him up on the 1 yard line and the next play Plymouth fumbles. It's all because of that hustle. And that's just something that's something you can't teach. You have to either have it or you don't. And that young man never gave up.
Well, if you remember in that BG game, the Thanksgiving game years ago, the kid was running down the sideline. And right at the half-inch yard line, he just tossed the ball up like he scored. And Ricky Poslow, the referee, even though nobody was near him. And Nashua jumped on the ball and ended up with I think it was a safety. But you can't give up to it until the whistle blows and the arms go up.
Play whistle to whistle, no doubt about it. All right.
Mr. X got 100 yards rushing, I think, already.
He easily has 100.
And right up the middle on a dive play to number 12.
Yeah, well blocked at the point of attack by the Cougars as he didn't get touched.
Archer Pedley right up the middle, and
Pedley having a day as well.
And Plymouth's having their way with Nashua. Score is 28-0 with 7:30 left to go in the third quarter. Now you can start seeing the actions of the Nashua players, body language.
Body language tells the story, and you got to. We always used to tell kids, play the next snap. Play the next snap. You got to come out. You have to have a quick memory. You have to get rid of those thoughts and play that next snap, and that's what this game is all about. You're going to have good plays. You're going to have bad plays. You can't dwell on it. You got to move forward. And right now, the most important play in this game is the one coming up for this Nashua team. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line with 7:37 to go in the third quarter. You are watching on the highlight guy, Jason Roby, Ron Welliver, and Steve Cody here for a full day of football as the Nashua Cougars doing battle with the Plymouth
Huskies.
Thank you very much. This is the youth varsity level, our second of 6 games here as the clock starts to roll. All right, double tight end employed. Wishbone tight to the quarterback. Oh, throwing off his back foot. Pass is complete. It's going to be incomplete. Never had control of it.
Nice hit over there by number 3, Lucas James, the quarterback for Plymouth. Made the hit, and there's another man down.
Another man down, and he is moving, so hopefully he's okay. Took a pretty good collision over there. The one thing that you tell players too is the longer that ball hangs up in the air, you really hanging your receiver out to dry there. It can be a pretty good shot because you have to lift your arms to catch that ball, and you expose
your ribs.
Expose your ribs in your midsection, and so that can be a tough thing. And while they check on him, we'll talk about EarthTech Systems. They're a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers save significantly on energy costs. Learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. And we can see the young man walking off under his own power, so that's good to see. He may have just had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, it's Taden Bong.
Yep. And Bong is a good player at this level here. We've said his name quite a few times in the weeks that
he made the play down by the end zone earlier in the game.
He did. He did.
So he got hit right when he caught the ball, so they called it an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
All right. Cougars will come back out in their power eye look, and they run that little dive play right up the middle, and pretty good yardage on that 2nd down play. We're going to give them probably 4, we'll say.
There's too many to call on that tackle. They come all a gang tackle.
Well, I will say this: if you get by that first level, there's nobody in the second level, so you might be running for a while.
I think at this level you see a lot of cover zeros. I mean, how often do you get a kid like Aaron Garekas that can throw the ball 40 yards as a 4th grader? I mean, it just doesn't happen often.
You might see it at the last game tonight.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right, so that'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll call it 7. Since it's, we're the home team, along 6. Cougars break the huddle. Want to make sure they have the right play. They'll talk it over a little bit amongst themselves. Same formation. And again, that handoff, and he cuts back to the right, and this time it looked like that cut may have been to the left, but it was a nice pickup on 3rd down. So you'll take a look. That's a 4th down, and we'll call it 4.
Nice play there by Reed Boyce, and I think it was number 2 in there. It was probably Lucas James.
So 4th down, and it appears that the Cougars are going to go for this one. 5:19 to go and counting here in the 3rd quarter. And this has been a game that's gotten a little long in the tooth. 28-0 Plymouth.
Well, the next game they were already loose. I think.
Oh yeah,
when the game ends, they're going to get right into it.
Yeah, it might be a shorter time between games 2 and 3. All right. Oh, and I think they got him to jump, Ducky, and that will give them the first down.
Lawson Besner jumped offside from that left defensive end position.
They're going to march it forward. So nice job. Good discipline by the Cougars there. They got a freebie.
They did a freeze.
Yeah. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars as they cross the 45 down to the 46.
Nice call by the Nashua coaches from the huddle.
Yeah, good discipline there employed by the Cougars.
That's the hardest thing for linemen, too. You're thinking about your assignment. You're thinking about everything. They say just don't move. It's we call it a freeze on there. Yeah. Everybody has different names for it. Just nobody move. And Plymouth wasn't ready for it, and they jumped offside.
Well, they have their ears pinned back, does this defense, and so that caught them this time. Now we'll look at this formation. They've run this already before.
Single wing.
Single wing and just going backwards on first down, doomed from the get-go. And again, I'll say this about that. You have a play that you've run one other time in the game today that's not really working for you. You go back to it, and now instead of 2nd down and 8, you have 1st down and forever, or 2nd and forever. That's a loss of 9 yards,
about 9 yards.
8, 9 yards. So now you have 2nd down and 19. Oh, and do we have a penalty, Duck?
Yes, there was a flag thrown late.
Okay.
Late hit, I think.
Wow.
And they were.
That is a huge penalty. But again, not enough for the 1st down, so it'll be 2nd down. Or are they going to replay the down? So it'll be 1st down and 5, so 4. So the Cougars are fortunate there.
Well, they piled on to Alonzo Bookman, and there was like 5, 6 guys in the tackle. I think the 6th guy made it a penalty. Cause
I would say don't.
Plymouth's got their ears pinned back. They're just coming.
They're coming. Maybe go on 2 again. Get another 1st down. There's that little fullback dive, and there's his cut. No! And he picks up about 3.
Nice hard tackle in there by, you can see his number as he gets up. Number 3.
And we've said his name
That's
a few
Lucas
times
James
today.
again.
Yeah.
Nice hit, solid hit by Lucas James, the safety for Plymouth.
Your ball carrier, he's had a nice little game today, 15. He's run that ball pretty tough up in there many times. That's going to set up a 2nd down.
Orion Roberts, yeah.
Yeah, Roberts. That's going to set up a 2nd and 2. Ori's running pretty tough today, too. So
2 hands on the football, too, which I like to see at this level.
Yep. So, Duck, I know you love to throw the ball around, but when it was 2nd and short, was that a license to kind of take a shot?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So 2nd and short here. I don't think we're going to see it, but if Ron Welliver was coaching your team, you could expect 4 verticals going.
Yeah. Well, we can't argue with that.
And as we say that, look at this. We've got a split end down at the bottom of the screen here.
It looks like a sweep to the outside.
Oh, just blown up. And again, get the 1st down. They're saying he was down.
Number 56.
But a formation that you haven't really run, and the result is backwards.
And Levi Walk came in, made a big play, and made a nice hit.
Run what you're getting 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. I think, and again, sitting up here.
You're a tackle-to-tackle guy. You always have been.
But
that was working, though. They're getting 2-3 yards away.
Yeah, sitting up here, second-guessing is not what I'm trying to do.
No.
It's harder when you're down there on the field, but at this level, to get some level of success here, you're moving the football well, and you change things up a little bit, and you really don't need to.
It's now a 3rd and 8 for Nashua from their own 48-yard line.
And they'll probably go for it on 4th down again as well, I'm guessing. And there's that little dive
right
play.
up the middle for 3-4 yards.
And that was the play. That play would have gotten them a 1st down,
Now it's 4th and about 6 yards to go for
of course,
Nashua.
I apologize. That's the coach in me, that thinking things through a little bit. It's hard. You're down there. You want the kids to have fun. You want them to enjoy what's going on, and give them some different looks, give them some different things to do. It's hard. So 4th and 6 for the Cougars from midfield. The ball is right on the midfield stripe, and And again, now Nashua having to draw something up as we head into 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. And I know they're hungry for the end zone. And speaking of being hungry, we're going to talk about Luke's Bar and Grill in just a minute after this snap. That'll probably bring us to the
Should be
at least the change of
quarter.
possession. Yeah. All right, they are in the wishbone, double tight end, rolling to his right. He's got a little real estate and just finds the sledding tough. So, you know, they took a huge loss on that second down play. Those two plays right there, you know, would have moved the sticks.
Nice little run by Bookman.
Yeah,
tackled
nice
by
run.
Lucas Cormier for Plymouth. And not sure if it was a broken play or not, Jason. I don't know what you saw on that, but
I think it was designed to go there. I
Yeah.
think they wanted to try to, you know, get the first down, and that was maybe their best, you know, running play that they had, and give it to
instead of going
him.
east-west,
Yeah.
he cut up north-south off
Yeah,
that off
yeah,
tackle.
yeah.
And
I like
the
the
hole
play
was
call.
there. Yeah, the
I
hole
like
was
the
there.
play call. But I think that the age-old adage is you cannot play behind the sticks, and what I mean by that is where that down marker has to be moving in between the 10-yard sticks. If it's behind them, you know, that is always an uphill battle. You're a hiker, Ducky. You know, those uphills, those are tough.
As a matter of fact, I was in Plymouth last week hiking up in off of Mount Blueberry is what it's called, with a view of Mount Musalaki, and I'll be up there again. Next week I'll be in the
All
Ossipee
right.
region.
So where's Waldo? Where's Ducky? See if you can go find him. Duck.
48.
48 4,000 footers here.
That includes the 5,000 in Mount Washington, the only 6 in New Hampshire.
Okay. The highlight guy, Steve Cody, wondering when he can get started on those treks. And
Now we're doing 52 with a view. They're not as high, but there's still
Okay.
some challenging mountains, and it's a lot of fun.
52 with a view. And let's talk about Luke's Bar and Grill before we head into this fourth quarter. When you stop into Luke's Bar and Grill, you step into more than just a restaurant. It's a family-owned and operated spot. It's been serving the community since 2019. Their motto, it's simple, never forget where you came from. With a commitment to good food, great service, and giving back, Luke's is where neighbors become friends. Visit them today at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or online at lukesbarandgrill.com. That's Luke's, L-U-K-S, barandgrill.com. All right, fourth quarter action. Plymouth taking over. On the run, left side.
Patrick James again with that counter coming from the right wing.
And the thing is, and I hate to keep beating the same drum here, but you have your dive play, you have your off tackle play, and you have your wing counter.
And the wing counter seems to be the play that's working the best right now.
And my guess is that's the play they work on in practice the most as well.
No question. And some of these names, we're going to be hearing from them in a few years.
Oh, for sure.
Assuming we're still around by the time they reach 12th grade.
They may have gotten rid of us by then, Duck. I don't know.
Who knows?
2nd and 1. So here, this is exactly what I mean. Look at the sticks, Coach Steve. If you can get the first down markers here. You see the sticks, and you see the second down marker there. You want to play in front of the sticks. If that 2 was behind where they start, that's not a good sign. 2nd and 1, we like that a lot as a coaching staff because it opens up the playbook. All right. And this time, that play blown up in the backfield. Flag, I think, will fly. Did I see a flag come in there?
Nice play by Logan Roig, number 52. Who had a heck of a first half.
So here's the point I want to bring up, Ron, is that play was blown up. Nice job defensively. But look where they are. It's 3rd down and still manageable. 3rd down and 2 as opposed to 3rd down and 10.
4 down territory.
You know, and that's a concept that a mindset that, you know, a lot of young coaches out there, a lot of folks that, you know, it's not as flashy, but you want to stay ahead of those sticks as much as you possibly can. And that's something that you teach to the kids at a young level, too. All right, here we go. And again, this time the ball is great penetration by the defense there. And I think the Cougars have it, and they do.
Number 24 blew
Great
up,
play.
I believe it's number 24 that blew up that play.
I think you're right.
That's Kelly, Tegan Kelly.
Tegan,
great play. Shot
busting
the hole,
through there.
made the tackle, got the fumble recovery. Nice play.
So Tegan getting through there, pouncing on that football.
With one player down from the scrum there.
Getting up with a little help from the coaching staff. Nice to see. And kudos to these coaches, by the way, Ron. We talk about this every chance we get. These are volunteer coaches. These young men and women are not being paid to be here on a Sunday. They're giving up their time and their schedules and really their weekends, right? I mean, as a working professional, you look forward to your weekends. And what do these folks do? They give back. They come in, they work off the clock. For no pay, they volunteer their time and they pay it
sometimes
forward.
you don't give them enough credit, and it's good. I'm glad
sure.
you mentioned that. I agree with you totally. And another timeout being called. At what point do they run the clock, Jason, at this level? Do you know? I'm just curious.
I think. Well, I know at the high school level it's 35.
35, right?
Right, but. Hey, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury realtor. She's licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts and can assist you with your real estate goals. If you were looking to do any of those things, the Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email Deb, D-E-B, at thedowgroup.com. All right, fourth quarter action. All right, 12:43 to go in this one. Cougar ball. They will run the clock. They're on the 46-yard line. Great play there by Teagan. And they got to fix the chains here. No one's on the other end of it. So this one is going to bounce to the outside. It goes east and west and gets the edge, but I think they're going to lose a couple. But flag will fly. Probably a late hit out of bounds, Ron. That's usually where that flag comes into play.
Nolan Sullivan blew up the play, number 56.
But I think they maybe carried the tackle a little too long as they were tackled out of bounds. So I think we're going to get a personal foul late hit. We'll see what the official calls. Yeah, it's going to go against
15
Plymouth.
yards, yep.
It is a personal foul late hit against the defense, so that's going to be a first down for the Cougars.
And sometimes when you get a team like this, gang tackling all the time, everybody wants to get in on the action, and you get a couple of late hits like that.
Yeah.
That's where the discipline comes in as they get older. And
and knowing where the sideline is, knowing, you love the aggressive play, but, only to the point where you're not making rules infractions. And that's a learning thing, too. All right, double tight end, wishbone set behind the quarterback. Here comes the outside. They run the same play to the other side, and again, just being blown up. And again, here we are. We're behind the sticks again, and now it's going to be second down and 15, maybe 14.
It's a nice run by Bookman. I mean, he had a small kid. He's putting his arm out there, doing waving off tacklers, but Plymouth was just too strong, coming with 4, 5, 6 guys to the point of attack.
I think the East-West game is probably not in in a game plan, Ron. You always look week to week. Where can we exploit this team? Where can we, make the most gains here? And sometimes you have to change on the fly. You have to say, okay, well, they're on to our outside game. We got to keep it between the tackles, or they're crowding the box. We can hit them with a pop pass. And I think if you're this Nashua team, you're at the standpoint now where you say, okay, our East-West game is not giving us what we want. And look, right up the gut, and right there on first down, he picked up 4 yards on second down rather. So a 4-yard gain.
15.
Yeah, and
that was Roberts again,
right?
Ryan Roberts.
Roberts. So they pick up what they lost, but now it's 3rd and 10. So a nice gain on second down of 4 yards, and you're back to even.
The last time they did a pass play of this, Pantelakis, was wide open, just overthrown slightly. So maybe they go back to that so they get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and we'll have to wait and see. 10-14 and counting here in game number 2 of 6 from Mata Field at Stello Stadium. Jason Roby calling the action for you. Ron Ducky Wellover is the man calling the color commentary. And as always, the highlight guy, Steve Cody, on the moving pictures. All right. We'll see what they have called here. Double tight end, wishbone formation. Under center goes the quarterback. And they are going to go to that pass play, and it's going to be
picked off.
intercepted, and that could be a pick 6, and that's number 2, Prue, and he is off.
Nobody near him. Nice hustle down there by number 52, Roy, but too little, too late. Well, they called the play. I think it was Pantelakis out there on the receiving end, but ball's a little short, and one of their better athletes, Mason Prue, between him, 81, Archer Pedley, and Lucas James. I mean, these kids can play.
So Prue and Pedley and James will be watching and listening. Of course, we do a lot of Division I football action, occasionally Division II. We don't see a lot of the Division 3 or 4 here, but we did call some Plymouth championship games with Pelham and in the past here at Stello Stadium, and this Plymouth program, things are looking bright, and the wheels just keep churning out, and the names they'll be familiar in a few years as these kids go up through the ranks and make their way into the high school. 9:24 to go, and the clock still stopped at 9 at the 2-point conversion.
Who is running the clock down there? Is it?
I don't think
Usually it's someone up here.
I don't
with
think
you.
anybody. Yeah, they're right down here. If you look on the landing there, that's where they will stand, and we'll see if they run it for the remainder of this one if this 2-point conversion is good. There's a dive. Oh, blown up in the backfield nicely there. That was number 4. Ball's on the carpet. It doesn't matter. If you don't score, it is a dead ball.
Taden Bong on the play, number 4.
Nice job by Bong blowing that up.
And looks like 1st and 10 for Nashua from their own 40.
So 9:11 to go in this one. So it's been all Plymouth in this one. There have been some signs that Nashua has done some really good things with their running game up the middle and at times defensively. But they just ran into a buzzsaw today with this Plymouth program. They are just really solid. Good block. And what is football at this level, right, Ron? It's blocking and tackling.
Blocking, tackling. Speed will come.
Yep.
Some kids aren't fast now. They get fast in high school. Other kids are strong now, and maybe they get more sliced and get more speed as they get older. And, it's blocking, it's tackling. You don't have to worry about cross blocking. You don't have to worry about zone blocking. It's straight ahead, mostly dives, and maybe off tackle with a counter here or there. Very simple, basic stuff. 3 plays right, 3 plays left.
Yeah.
And a counter each side.
All right, here we go. Cougars will come out. They're trying to get on the scoreboard here with 8:47 and counting in this one. They'll readjust the backfield. It's the wishbone look. There's that dive play, and 81 just kind of steps in there. 81 and 26 were in on that tackle.
It's Mr. X, and number 26 is Elliot Nevlin.
Yeah, there's Ori again on that carry, but positive gain on 1st down, 2nd and 9. The conclusion of this one will prepare for game number 3 of 6.
6 o'clock? Or 6 minutes?
All right, huddle broken. 36-yard line, 2nd and 9.
What if they got a trick play going on here? They spent enough time in the huddle. Nope, right up the middle.
And again, a nice positive.
Nice 3 yards run.
Yeah.
Tackle play by number 26. It's a name we've said a few times.
Yeah, we said it
today.
the last down, too.
Lucas Cormier on the play.
So Cormier on the tackle. That's going to set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 7.
But going what we talked about earlier, Jason, they're running up the middle nicely, not making any cuts to the outside or the inside.
Yeah.
That comes with time and experience.
Yeah. It's easy to stay behind your front line blockers and to kind of just ride that scrum. And the concept is foreign to a lot of these kids. It's everybody wants to run to the outside, or everybody wants to stay behind your offensive line. You look for that daylight, that cut will appear, and you can kind of see it. They got him to jump.
Number 12, number 26.
You know, and for those of you watching at home, when you watch the defense lineup, you can see the front wall of defensive linemen, and we'll kind of talk you through it here as you see it line up. If you look at the front line of defensive players, once the running back, the man with the ball, gets by those front line guys, you're going to see an area to the left or an area to the right. Yep. There's nobody there. It's hard to see right now when you're down there on the field because you're just seeing a sea of humanity lined up in front of you. But when you look at it on the screen at home, you can see the real estate off to the right and left when you get to that second level. Oh, nice drive block there. I'm not sure who that number was. 52. Was that Roy again?
Roy again, yeah.
Wow.
Number 26 on the play. The tackle was Lucas Cormier once again.
Cormier again. But look here, Ron. They've run the same play 3 times in a row. It's first down.
First down.
You know,
they get 3-4 yards at a whack.
You move the sticks. And what that does to a defense, too, is it frustrates a defense, right? Because they're like, man, we know what's coming. We just haven't had the ability to stop it. And it's a confidence builder for your offense. So do what you know. And I read the Tony Dungy book. He wrote a number of years ago, and he says, do what you know. Run what you know.
Looks like a muddle huddle coming up here, Jason.
Look at this. I love it. Yeah.
Now, Plymouth doesn't know what to do.
Little swinging gate. Well, it's all a numbers game. You got to get your numbers kind of balanced. That center is an eligible receiver. Whoa, here we go.
It's a lateral.
I'm not sure what the flag is because it looked like a legal formation. There's a face mask potentially there as well. And there it is. They call it late, so you're going to get offsetting penalties, I think.
What I think might have been, Jason, the muddle huddle that went to the left were off the line.
Yeah, they were too far back.
There wasn't enough. But
you got to have 7
it was a
men
nice
on the
lateral
line of
play.
scrimmage. Great play.
You got about 10, 12 yards. But
we ran some of that back in the day, early years, 2008, 2007, 2008, I want to say. We ran some of that with Sean Coughlin.
Sean Coughlin, there's a
name from the past.
One of the Marines, military
guy.
Yes,
he did. Called me on Thanksgiving morning from Afghanistan. It was one of the greatest moments of my coaching career. You could have called anybody.
Pre-game?
Yeah,
6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, exactly right. He had just come back from patrol in Afghanistan. He he worked the 50 caliber on the back of a Humvee, and he said all the young men that are deployed they played high school football and they like to throw the football around out there. So there you go, offsetting penalties.
First and 10 for Nashua at their own 45. I'll make it 46. Right
Boom.
up the middle, boom, 3-4 yards a whack.
And you just get that scrum pushing forward.
Almost like the tush push that we've seen.
Which is
NFL.
illegal in any level except the NFL. So, and we've seen it called at this level at times too, and then the high school level. But look at that, Ron. First down carry right up the middle, 6 yards. 4:25 and counting, 34-0 Plymouth. But the Cougars trying to generate some offense here.
It seems to work well with running number 2, Louis Antal, right up the middle. Jason's waiting for him to cut outside to an opening and make a big gain.
Again, very easy for us to call from up here.
Of course it is.
I always say, Ron, undefeated from up here in the booth.
Yeah.
But, again, football is a learning game, and as you play it, it's really simple at its core. But you can learn each and every time you watch. The eye in the sky doesn't lie, as we like to say. You'll watch us back on the highlight guy. All right. Here's that power play to the outside, and nice job defensively coming up off the edge, 24-8 for Plymouth. It was a nice carry by number 2.
It was Quinn Shuffleton once again on the tackle, number 8, and number 24 is Lawson Bezema.
So there it is.
Nice hard hit on a hard-running Louis Antal.
Yep.
3rd down and about 3. Right where you want to be, Jason.
Yeah, manageable, right? Manageable situation. Where, as we would always say at the high school level, look, I've got 2 downs to get 3 yards, and if I can't get those 3 yards, then that's on me. But
You're talking about me as the coach, not me as the player, right?
no, I mean, play call is everything, I suppose. But
I got it. You got it. Right up the middle. There he goes.
First down.
Louis Antal. Little delay action, and nice step to the right side of the tackle, and boom, off he went.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but what
First
did he
down.
do? What did he do after contact? He busted to the right.
He busted to the right.
And there you go. So again, it's a learning game, and you feel that, and the coach telling the kids, and that's a great thing. Coach staying positive with his players and telling them to keep fighting. Don't, and that's what you tell kids too. Don't look at who cares about the scoreboard. Keep playing, get better, because they're going to turn the scoreboard off in 2 minutes, and it's going to be. Look at them hustle. Look at them hustle up to the line. These kids are all kinds of fired up right now.
Yeah, they're fired up,
and that's what it's about. 2 minutes to go in this one.
Austin Lehman
Same
takes
play.
the snap right up
Look
the
at the
middle.
hole off to the right side. He's off to the races. And there it was, up the middle. Cuts right.
Dimitri Pedalakis. They were listening to you, Jason. Nice run up the middle from the handoff from Austin Lehman.
And it keeps us fired up as well, I suppose. But nice job. Good play.
But look at the body language now. They can't wait to get back to the back to the huddle.
And the kids are fired up because it's working. 9 yards on first down. Great play.
Minute 35 to put it in the end zone.
So good for these kids and good for these coaches sticking with it. Second down and 1. They'll break the huddle at the 29-yard line.
Austin Lehman calling signals. Got a full house backfield. Hands off, sweep to the outside.
Nice cut off of the outside block, but this one is going to get.
Nice play by Lawson Beamer on the tackle.
And again,
Besma. I'm sorry, Besma.
Got to keep them honest and go to the outside, but you got to think too. I just ran 15 yards to get nothing north and south.
Now it's 3rd and 2. 49 seconds left. Nashua's trying to put it in the end zone before this thing's over.
I know what play I like. We'll see.
Right up the gut. I'm not sure if they. Yep, looks like they're going to go right over Roig.
Just run right up the middle. Oh, and just a little bit ambitious there as they were trying to get on the jump off sides, maybe. Yeah, we're going to get a false start penalty against Nashua.
Xavier Juwan jumped a little fast from that tight end position.
So that's going to change things a little bit. It's going to make it 3rd down. We'll call it 6. They'll wind the clock, 26 seconds and counting. See if Nashua can get a playoff here before this one goes final. And they're going to call timeout, Ron? They are. They're going to call timeout with 15 seconds to go. So they're getting their money's worth here today.
That's for sure.
And I want to thank everybody for hanging with us here on a Sunday, watching the highlight guy, all of our new friends from Plymouth and the Nashua area joining. We have more games coming up. The Patriots play today. Beautiful day here at Stello Stadium. If you're looking to get out and get some fresh air, get on down here to Stello Stadium. They're going to throw to the friendly skies. Over the middle, man, was open. Who was that down there? Oh, they didn't cover him. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass. We'll see if they go back to it. 18.
Number 18, that was Dimitri Panalakis. Same was overthrown last time.
So Panalakis was open over the middle, and I think, that's the other thing that run up the middle does is it brings everybody closer to the line of scrimmage, and now that opens things up. Although now if you look, Plymouth's got that man backed up about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. He's expecting that deep pass potentially. He's hiding behind the official there.
You can get away with that at this level. Rolls to the right to throw over the middle. It's intercepted.
Oh, dropped at the last second. The clock will stop with 4 seconds to go.
A couple more plays here.
Oh, boy.
Looks like it's first down for Plymouth.
Was that a 4th down play? It may have been. And we'll see if they just hold the ball up. They're going to wind it, and that is going to do it. For game number 2 here, so it's the Huskies visiting the Gate City. They come south, and they find their points go north as it's a 34-0 Plymouth victory, but no quit in this Cougar team as they drive down the field in the waning moments of this one. A little bit of life, something to build on. Congratulations to both teams as good sportsmanship shown here on the 50-yard line. We're going to take a break, pay some bills. Want to thank you all for watching here on the Highlight Guy. We'll be right back with game number 3 after these messages.